You think you've seen some really tough people? Well, there are some people out there that no matter what your skills in self-defense, you might not want to go head-to-head with any of them. Don't believe us? Then check out these 10 people you don't want to mess with. Tony Jaa. Phanom Yeerum, better known by the pseudonym Tony Jaa.
Hi everybody, I'm Tony Jaa.
Originally from Thailand, is an excellent martial artist and actor. As a fan of Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, and Jet Li, Tony often conducted his training when he repeated various tricks countless times until his movements would become the exact copy and imitation of his favorite fighting scenes from movies. From the age of 10, Tony started training in martial arts, paying particular attention to Muay Thai, and at the age of 15, he became a student of the famous Thai stuntman and director of fighting scenes, Panna Rittikrai. Soon, Yeerum became one of the stuntmen of the Rittikrai group, successfully duplicating famous actors, and also received his first major role in the 2003 film Ong Bak, Thai Warrior, which had great success and gave Tony star status. His amazing, complicated acrobatic movements and speed in the movie is all Tony himself, without any mechanical assistance or computer-generated effects. In 2006, Tony first decided to try himself as a director, working on the film Ong Bak 2, which was released in 2008 and had good success. Today, 44-year-old Tony is known as an actor, choreographer, stunt performer, and film director, and is the owner of several gold medals in martial arts competitions and has starred in 16 films. Amanda Nunes. Meet Amanda Nunes, nicknamed Lioness, who is said to be the best female fighter in the history of MMA, the first and only fighter in UFC history who has defended 2 titles.
I'm not surprised, I know she's very tough.
Light and featherweight while holding them, and is the winner of 5 UFC championships. A Brazilian mixed martial artist, Amanda started training in karate when she was only 4 years old. At the age of 16, she switched to boxing while attending classes in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and at the age of 19, Amanda made her professional debut in MMA. After accumulating a series of victories and getting the championship title in the UFC, Amanda had 2 most important fights with former lightweight champions Ronda Rousey in 2016 and Valentina Shevchenko in 2017, whom she defeated. Gaining a little weight, Amanda met the previously unbeaten Chris Cyborg on December 29, 2018, and when she knocked Chris out in just 51 seconds of the first round, she became the UFC Women's Featherweight Champion. Returning to the lightest weight in 2019, Amanda defeated 2 more champions, Holly Holm and Germaine de Randamie, becoming the owner of the largest number of women's title wins at the UFC. The owner of a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and a brown belt in Judo, today the 32-year-old Amanda is known as the winner of 20 of 24 fights, 13 of which ended in a knockout, 12 ended in the first round, and 5 of them ended before 1 minute of the fight. Xinyan Ming. Xinyan Ming is a very unique person in that he's a 34th generation Shaolin warrior monk.
I'm a 31st generation Shaolin Temple warrior handsome monk.
A teacher, an actor, as well as the founder of the Shaolin Temple in the United States. This real superhero's 1-inch punch is more powerful than a car hitting you at 35 miles per hour. Little Shi began practicing Kung Fu in a Shaolin temple at the age of 5, and thanks to his perseverance and constant training, he soon began to win many martial arts championships. In 1992, he became one of the monks who were invited by the American Kung Fu Association in the USA, which he left after their last show in San Francisco and moved to the capital of the world, New York. 2 years later, she founded the Shaolin Temple in New York, which today has 6 branches in Austria, South Africa, Trinidad, Chile, Argentina, and Mexico. She also teaches genuine Shaolin martial arts, whose students are many world-famous actors and hip-hop performers. One of the greatest martial arts legends, 55 years old Shi has been featured in over 100 publications, over 50 national and international television shows, in several documentaries, in many commercials, and also played a small role in the American samurai action movie Ghost Dog: The Way of the Samurai. Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor is an Irish professional boxer and footballer who has become a multiple world champion, an Olympic champion, and a WBA boxing champion. Under the guidance of her father, who was an amateur boxer, Katie began boxing from the age of 12 and only 4 years later gained the status of a successful boxer from Ireland. In 2005, Katie won the European Championships in Norway, and a year later, Katie got her second big victory at the European Championships in Warsaw, which allowed her to participate in the World Championship in New Delhi, where she won her first World Championship title. After other victories at the European Championships, in 2008, Katie received her second world title by defeating Chinese woman Cheng Dong. In 2010, Katie won her third world title, which became the 100th victory in Katie's account. In 2012, Katie got her fourth world title in China, defeating the Russian woman Sofia Ochigava, and in the same year became the winner of the Olympic Games. 2 years later, Taylor received her fifth world title, and since 2017, she became the WBA World Boxing Champion. In her free time, Katie also plays football, playing in the national team of Ireland. And though she does it well, boxing for the 34-year-old Katie, who holds 18 gold medals in total, will always be in the first place. Giga Uguru. Meet London-based Giga Uguru, a guy who looks like a bodybuilder, jumps like an acrobat, and combines it all with martial arts. This guy went into sports at the age of 4, attending Taekwondo classes. At the age of 10, Giga began to engage in Thai boxing and later switched to karate and Krav Maga, and added acrobatics to his workouts. Giga also knows the art of fighting sabers, nunchucks, and firing weapons. He even devoted some time to parkour, making himself completely versatile, which is evidenced by his style and manner of fighting. At the same time, Giga places great importance on religion and meditation. Today, there is very little information about him on the internet, but Giga doesn't strive for popularity. However, he is a YouTube blogger where he often shares his videos with his dizzying workouts, some of which are gaining millions of views, and the list of his fans is growing rapidly. Indeed, his dexterity, power, punches, and speed are impressive. On the internet, he is given many nicknames such as Ninja MMA, Black Panther, Deadpool, New Hero, while Giga calls himself a sports model. Going into a fight with such a guy is clearly not a good idea, given that he is capable to complete a series of punches in a split second, making it difficult to defend against him. Masaki Hatsumi. Masaki Hatsumi is the former Japanese Suki and is Grand Master of the Togakure Ryu Ninjutsu School, a ninjutsu teacher and the founder of the Bujinkan organization. From school years, Masaki actively participated in sports and martial arts while being the captain of a football team. As a student, he studied judo, and after getting a black belt, Masaki began teaching judo to American soldiers at the Yokota Air Base. When he graduated from his university, Hatsumi found himself a teacher who trained him in Kobudo. As Hatsumi turned 26, he found himself another teacher named Toshitsugu Takamatsu, better known under the nickname Tiger of Mongolia. Since then, Hatsumi spent 15 years on Honshu Island, where, under the guidance of a teacher, he studied various styles of ninjutsu while continuing to study judo, shitoryu karate, aikido, and kobudo, moving from student to master. When his teacher died, Hatsumi founded his own ninjutsu school under the name Bujinkan Dojo, in honor where he now teaches other students the art of 9 schools. It's also known that Hatsumi has experience as a martial arts consultant in films and television productions, was the author of the Tetsuza Martial Arts magazine, and also participates in ninjutsu gatherings around the world every year. Edward Hawthorne. Meet Edward Hawthorne, one of the fittest American policemen with such crazy physical preparation that it's certainly not worth provoking him into a fight. How early Edward went into sports is unknown, since there is no information about him on the internet, but it's obvious that he didn't allow himself to relax in the army. There are some videos on YouTube with Hawthorne's training, and what they show is amazing. He perfectly demonstrates his incredible skills, such as jumping during push-ups, imitating walking during pull-ups on the bar, climbing stairs with hands only, while his legs soar in the air as if he is floating in the water. Most of the exercises Hawthorne performs while bouncing, and when he tumbles and rolls over with his body in the air, it looks so flawless that for a split second, it seems that gravity ceases its existence for him. And while all gyms were quarantined during the worldwide outbreak of COVID-19, Edward still continues his hard training outdoors. In addition, the policeman also adheres to a proper diet, as it's evidenced on his Instagram page, where he says, "Exercise is king, nutrition is queen. Together they form a kingdom." And his motto is, "Train as you fight." Yee Long. Yee Long, who is also nicknamed One Dragon, is a famous Chinese kung fu fighter who competes in super welterweight, welterweight, and super middleweight divisions. He is also called the Monk of Shaolin, the largest kung fu school in China. One day his father told him stories about Chinese martial arts, and since then, he decided to become a fighter. Starting to train independently at the age of 14, he has always paid great attention to the study of traditional martial arts. Now he is so confident in his abilities that he refuses protection during fights, relying only on his internal power. In kickboxing matches, he usually doesn't kick but only attacks with Western-style boxing. During preparations for Muay Thai matches, Yee adheres to a rather unconventional training regime, focusing on Tai Chi and other martial arts. In addition, he also practices breathing, wears traditional long yellow pants, and constantly shaves his head to maintain his style. Today, 33-year-old Yee is a 5-time world champion, on whose account there are 74 matches with 61 victories and 1 draw. Yee has also played in 5 feature films. J.D. the Iceman Anderson. J.D. Anderson, who is known in the world under the nickname the Iceman, is an American super-strong 6-time world record holder capable of doing incredible things. Originally from the small town of Knoll, Missouri, most of his life Anderson was engaged in manual labor and soon developed a special work ethic that helped him stand out from the crowd. Being a believer from the age of 16, he began to engage in training, and today, this 32-year-old guy is one of the most powerful people around. Traveling around the world, Anderson shows off his incredible abilities, such as running through an ice wall with his head and shoulders forward, completely breaking it. He can break bricks and 1,000-pound blocks of ice with his head and with his hands. He rolls pans and bends solid steel horseshoes. Guinness World Record holder J.D. Iceman, whose massive arms are 20 inches around, has a bench press record of over 450 pounds and can leg press 1,500 pounds. Anderson has performed in more than 1,000 school programs, motivating students to stick to their goals and be the best. And he has also participated in many television programs. Cynthia Chandanaya. Cynthia Chandanaya is a very strong girl from Indonesia who, according to her training videos, has been studying martial arts for more than a year for sure. She has her own YouTube channel with over 1 million subscribers, where she regularly posts new videos with her brutal workouts. Cynthia has excellent skills and techniques of karate, taekwondo, boxing, but she focuses mostly on studying kung fu and pencaksilat, which is the traditional martial art of Indonesia. Besides her training videos, she also shows various self-defense techniques in dangerous situations. She easily demonstrates how to cope with 3 attackers and shows how to protect yourself when being attacked with a knife. The secret of her success is endurance, strength, and speed, with the help of which she can bend a huge, solid iron pipe with her leg, and with a strong blow of her hand, she can hammer nails into a board, break a bottle with thick glass, and split a large stone in 2. And though she shoots only amateur fighting scenes, Cynthia looks just perfect in her videos, and she certainly isn't the woman you want to mess with. That's all we have for now, folks. Which of these people impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to see more videos like this one, click the subscribe button and turn on notifications, and you'll be the first to know when a new video arrives. Thanks for watching.